This is the boundary wall of the goods yard, and the old goods yard, which closed in 1974, has been repurposed as apartments built in recent decades. So let's just walk up to Mead Road and show you the entrance to the old goods yard. It has the original cobbles. Fortunately, the entrance is blocked off by a bin lorry, so we have restricted views here. You can clearly see the cobbles coming up now. There we go. The cobbles. The pillars in there that go back to the good yards. So it's quite a busy goods yard. Probably right into the 60s, and then containerization took over really with the transportation of goods, lorries, etc. Once upon a time it was done by goods trains bringing in the necessary stock for the town. Late friend Jimmy, Donohue's family lived around the corner, so I just passed the house that's been gutted. It's a sad sight, and I have memories of Jimmy a lot. Like, at the time we came out on these roads. Sadly, Jimmy passed away in 2020 during COVID, but his memory lives on. So there's two retaining walls here. You have the overbridge here, and the trains used to go into the goods yard and the overbridge. Sidbury Court. There you go. This would have been a continual wall right across. And behind that were sidings and the turntable that I'm heading up to in a few minutes. And during the summer months, this subway was open for relief, so excited people would come through this exit here on a summer's day, heading down to the promenade for a day of sun and the amusements. So I just had a train coming over. Yeah, so this was a busy exit here on summertime, so there'd be steps leading down to a subway, and excited holidaymakers would exit, or day trippers would exit there. This stonework would date from the station opened in 1854, so I reckon 1880s the station was expanded. But steam was decommissioned in Bray in the mid-1950s. They started bringing Crossley engines and rail cars. So there's two houses that have been demolished in recent months. There's I think civil engineer's house you had, and there's the station master house.
Brandon, have you any green lights on? Then finish.
This road, or this laneway, used to be very busy. 50s, 60s into the 70s. People coming off the trains and coming down here if they didn't come out to the other exit that I showed you. So as I said, these were abandoned back in the early part of the century, and the NAMA, the state economic government, took over, and they just lay abandoned for a number of decade and a half, really, more. And here we have the site of the station master there with a white wall, and I think it was civil engineers house. So this car park was put in the early 80s. This whole area was repurposed during the dark construction works. So there would have been a water tower here and the turntable roughly around here. On the profile pic of this video, I'll put up a pic of a steam train. It was the last steam train on this steam special, 1980. But I remember as a kid, they used to store the carriages from the first grade train robbery were stored here, and just where those apartments are, that's the goods shed, a goods building. So it's very little left from the old days. There's a tank over there. There was a building over there for the drivers of the steam train, and the engine shed was demolished about, oh god, it must be over 25 years ago. So this wall was only put in place during the dark construction works. So the tracks would have come right up to here. There's 2 tracks and the turntable. So that turntable would have been busy right up to the 50s. You have a bay platform there now, but you got a kind of picket fence along here. It's worth checking out old pictures of Bray pre-dart times, especially if you can get to see them 1960s, 1950s. So 50s would give you a feel of what it was like with the steam trains. This platform is just for storing darts, but it was there was a Bray shuttle service back in the mid 80s, and the old 121s, and I noticed one of them has gone up to on a low loader up to Downpatrick yesterday, so that's having a repurposed life. The only one left, and a General Motors engine as well. So that's it. That's just a flavour of the goods yard. I think it was called the civil engineer's house. I stand to be corrected, and the station master's house, and what's left. Thanks for watching. Oh, just before I go, whoa, just this building here as well. So there we go. So just look back on the site.